Just as much as the stars, the ocean, and the clouds. The patterns of your thoughts, your laughter, your sorrow. They are every bit as natural as the ripples in water or the sound of thunder. Just as much as the stars, the ocean, and the clouds. The patterns of your thoughts, your laughter, your sorrow. They are every bit as natural as the ripples in water or the sound of thunder. Just as much as the stars, the ocean, and the clouds. The patterns of your thoughts, your laughter, your sorrow. They are every bit as natural as the ripples in water or the sound of thunder. Just as much as the stars, the ocean, and the clouds. The patterns of your thoughts, your laughter.
Make sense of it. Like this man for that, because it's only one lawyer that knows that two lawyers. He contacted the other one to tell him that
Constitution, read by candidate congressman, read by candidate congressman.
I think what brought them out
John.
phone calls.
Yeah, their phone records. Like, the family sued them for
No
like
future.
They got this bad. The lawyers got this bad.
You cannot hear yourself listening.
They were not able to
You
get
live in the
everything,
eternal now.
but they were able to get
And
a
you
lot.
are that.
Yeah.
But my dad was
I just took it nice.
In
Thank
the
you.
stillness of the night, the goddess whispers. In the bright of the day, the god roars.
Well, in as much as I don't know if I should say don't trust anybody, Sha. Time, try right will before you buy. Okay, for the sake of your children, it's safer that way because even the banks are going to say you don't have any money in that account. Because I've heard of cases like that, even very dark cases like that.
That's why it's better to invest in properties.
Would you like to sign my petition?
Like invest in properties and put it. Like my former boss had 2 schools. Okay.
Yeah.
The 2 schools. She had 2 children. The name of the first school was her first daughter's name is the middle name. Then on document is written. This is this child's like the child's name school. The child's name is what's written in legal documents. Then the other one the same thing too. So there's no way. What do you want to say? You want to collect the paper while the name of the paper is my name? Buying a car and the car is written on my name. You can't, no matter even if you bought it with your money, you cannot come and take the car from me because the car is in the name. So for me, that's what I'm saying. Buy property and put it in my name. In my child's name. There's no need for next of kin. That should be next of kin already anyways. So if the child is not up to 18, that's where you should be worried. Maybe the other people.
How much was it? How much was it? How much was it?
That guidance was it.
Yeah. Apart from that,
Down in the chat, it is the trapdoor. Stop talking about it.
Julia, an investigative journalist.
That's right.
Julia,
How much was it?
So back to Tyron's love case. Tyron, I there. Okay.
What will be left, my
So
friend,
back to the whole love
is the
saga that
fearless
happened
state.
in you.
the end of the fear of love.
Saga.
This absolute intimacy of pure
But no,
experiencing
it's so heartbreaking.
is what we call
Is
love.
that not saga enough?
It is the absence of distance
But that back to the question I was asking
Separation.
you earlier.
or
Do you
otherness.
feel like she was just acting
There
as
is
a
no
woman
room
being
for two
because
there.
she got tired?
Love.
A lot of things were obviously not the way she played or she thought. saw it coming. You understand? Because you fell sick and then she had to be there for you constantly. She never knew that she would be in such situation. You understand? Yeah, like all of you. And
That
then
question sounds like you're trying to defend the
no,
woman.
I'm not trying to defend her. You get. I'm just still trying to understand. You get. If there was a point, he would say, okay, yeah, that she probably must have
Can't tell.
like given up on love or something like that.
Can't
You
tell.
understand? It's not like I'm trying to defend her.
Do you know the biggest disrespect?
What was it? Bringing a man to the house.
And having sex with him right there when she knows he's there.
No, I don't think he was there.
I was there. Is that not what you said? Hey, it was there. That was what you said.
Hey, you were there. Or maybe you caught.
This is called the traditional Chinese flute.
John, please, can you mute your mic?
I saw a dude with fringes on in the club, or I saw him eating a pork sandwich, or I saw her at this dude's house. You know, they make sincerely feel like that. But you have the select few that's gonna take the Lord's words serious. You know.
And serve him in sincerity and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord.
We.
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Right, you got some people that sincerely.
I'd like to talk with that being info. So why don't we stop right there, though? Because we disagree on a fact. Should we go look at the charter and see where it says that everything? Hold on. Let's go look at the charter together. Okay. I don't think this is the right room. I don't think speaking to Zionists is helpful at all because they'll just continue lying and bringing up different topics and stuff. And let's look at the charter together. So I'm going to look at the room, and hopefully we can talk like that. Have a good day. Fuck Israel. Don't you want to look at the charter, though, Nasser? Maybe we should say fuck Hamas. Well, that went well.
With becoming better, or being happier, enlightenment.
I wish there were peace on both sides. I wish there were peace on both sides. But I think there are too many hands in the pot. You know, and the hands that are in the pot are reasonably biased to one side or the other.
Well, we have a surprising unity that we're seeing among the Arab world now with a vision for peace.
See, we have, Eldorma, we have Tanya. I know that sounds ridiculous, but we have super intelligence to essentially refute what a lot of these dingbats are saying and stating, and the fact that they don't understand Jewish philosophy, I would say, is, you know, one of the reasons why they're so politically polarized.
Well, anytime you bring up Tanya, it's a beautiful thing. If you have a passage, I'm sure it'll help the entire room, especially Prophet Seneca.
Well, I was playing the Chinese flute to Prophet Seneca, and he said, you know, I wish you could contribute something, but I was playing the flute. Music, politic, magic, rhetoric, you know, all these words that end with a C Islamic, they all deal with intelligence. Um, so I can read some Tanya if you want.
Well, it's Prophet Seneca's room, so I want to be guided by him, although it is beautiful stuff. I just have to mention,
go ahead and read it if you'd like.
to anybody in the room who might care, I had kosher Persian food 2 nights ago, and it was one of the most delicious experiences of my life. It wasn't cheap, by the way. It was on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. The place is called Eshel, Eshel, and it was just a gorgeous experience. A beautiful kosher Jewish Persian experience. It gave me hope, by the way. And while I was there, we were talking about the fact that even today there are many synagogues in Iran or Persia. So I have hope for the region. I'm sorry to interject my culinary travels, but I do want to hear the time.
Yeah, I had some Persian food at this place called Kebabi here in Chicago. Wow, ecstasy.
I agree with you on the ecstasy. I even brought some leftovers home.
Okay, this is interesting. This is what the commentary says. The only thing that is eternal is love. This love is the beloved and the lover. You are not to make any efforts in this relationship. When you are in front of your beloved, this beloved will not ask you to make any effort. This beloved will take care of you, and whatever she does, you will accept it. At that time, you will not think what is going on, because in love, there is no dialogue. In love, there is no dialogue, no question, no answer. Simply both are quiet. You are quiet, and your beloved is quiet. And something great is about to happen now. You have to wait. When you don't make any separation between the beloved and the lover, you have found the secret. That you have never been separated from anything. This is all you have to do. Did you get this secret?
Beautiful, John. Alexander, I don't know, maybe you should come up. I mean, it's weird to say that the fact that a nation exists and has an identity is propaganda. It's an actual fact. But, Prophet, over the course of this past, whatever, 40 minutes or so, I'm starting to take you seriously. I thought you were sort of semi-trolling. And I think the mention of the word pork is a bit haram, so it makes me a little uncomfortable. But again, it's your choice, and I know you have a point. But it sounds like you are in favor of both sides, let's say, in Muslim terms, submitting to God and deferring to God. And I get that big time. And I know that is definitely, I mean, if I can speak for myself, but as a Jew, it's the perspective of a Jewish person. Even when we fail, because we're not great at it, we're human, we're fighting our own lower inclinations. But, I hate to sound like a liberal, but I have Muslim friends, and that's what I get from them. And I've heard them call us, what do you call them, Din Ami, cousins through the father, and the people of the book, and all that kind of stuff. And we have peace with very important Arab nations like UAE and Bahrain I forget what else now is in the Abraham Accords, but it's expanding. I think Saudi has been on board. They're just everything but signing the paper, because Israel is, we share common enemies for one thing. The Muslim fundamentalism or the Islamic Brotherhood and the Iranian revolutionary genocide regime. So, I feel that we can unite against evil, the Arab nations and the Jewish nation.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I was actually instructed by Allah to change the title of the club to messages from Allah
Next level fucking troller here.
to Muslims. Alexander, what's not true? Is it what Al-Numa said?
Let me ask you a question, Prophet. So, if you claim that you are a representative of Allah and you communicate with Allah, are you not just being political?
Well, I'm not really associated with the politics. I don't really understand it as much.
Well, you got to look at the word political. It's polity, which is really the root word of politeness. And so I think you're pretty polite and social, but I think you're going to meet a lot of disgruntled, community members. That's my experience.
Yeah, of course. And this is one of the prophecies in the Quran, that any prophet will be rejected by people.
That's lived experience.
It's just a pattern. So I actually expect it. Look, Alexander, feel free to say what you were going to say.
I'll be with you in a moment.
It's a nice message up top. I'm sure there's a lot of people on this app that desperately need to read it and reread it. El Normo, I was in a room on X yesterday listening to the most horrific, awful, racist, bigoted, despicable, slimy communication coming out of individuals with millions and millions and millions of followers. And, I asked them, what's the silver lining where, you become a bigot, a racist, and you would be shocked at the response. It's all or nothing. And if you were to make those same statements against any other group of people, you would be castigated, criticized. But when it comes to J words, these anti-Semitic, racist, I would call them, white supremacists, neo-Nazis, they are gathering in the thousands and making the dumbest statements ever imaginable. And it's easy to fall into it if you are an American and you're looking for some type of answer to why perhaps your life sucks or you think that this country sucks. And it's really all just, it's like a lack of knowledge or a large language model. And unless you can prick that bubble or get outside of that bubble, you are your own victim.
So I'm a little disappointed in the interaction with the fellow who left. And I'm not trying to say anything ill about him or do Lashon Hara. I just wish that If I make a statement, he can tell me if he agrees or disagrees, and then we can take a look at it and see if we can find any truth, and then we could ask the same thing about what he says. Let's examine the truth of the claim.
Hello.
Yeah.
Are all Jews Middle Eastern? Do all Jews come from the Middle East?
All Jews come from Judea. And when you say come from...
Wait a minute. So all Jews come...
I want to answer your question, and then I'll listen to you. I'll try to go... Hang on, I haven't finished. Wait, let me finish. So, culturally, historically, ancestrally, genetically,
Okay, go to Jennifer Congressman.
we are all Jews of Judea. And as I said before, we share a founding document, the Torah. We share a land, the land of Israel, a historical homeland. We share a calendar. We share a language, which is Hebrew.
Okay, I accept your answer.
I haven't finished. I haven't
You answered me.
I haven't finished, though.
You
I understand. I haven't finished.
You said yes. That's the
I haven't finished.
Okay?
I haven't
Yes.
finished. I haven't finished. When I'm done, then you go. We share a land, a founding document, a calendar, a cuisine, a set of
You don't
laws.
share any of these things that
A
you mentioned.
culture. Well, let's start with the first one. Okay, hang on. Don't yell at me. Hang on. Wait. Okay, hang on.
You're not religious.
Okay, hang on. Okay. You're yelling at me. Let's start with the first one.
Jews and white
Hang on.
black Jews.
Wait,
And you
hang on.
come from Judea.
Brother Alexander. Let's start with the Torah. Every Jew shares the Torah, whether or not we live up to all of the mitzvot or good deeds in the Torah.
Jews don't believe in some Jews don't believe in Torah, but they identify as Jews.
Listen to how. Wait, Alexander. Listen to how I say it. We all share the Torah, even if we don't live up to all of the laws.
Some don't believe that at all. They don't believe that. They don't accept that. They are atheist Jews.
If our intellectual part is common,
Brother,
the reason also in respect of which we are rational beings is common. If this is so, common also is the reason which commands us what to do and what not to do. If this is so, there is a common law also. If this is so, we are fellow citizens. If this is so, we are members of some political community. If this is so, the world is in a manner a state. For of what other common political community will anyone say that the whole human race are members? From thence, from this common political community comes also our very intellectual faculty and reasoning faculty and our capacity for law. Or whence do they come? For as my earthly part is a portion given to me from certain earth, and that which is watery from another element, and that which is hot and fiery from some peculiar source. For nothing comes out of that which is nothing, as nothing also returns to non-existence. And so also the intellectual part comes from some source. Death is such as generation is, a mystery of nature, composition out of the same elements, and a decomposition into the same, and altogether not a thing of which any man should be ashamed. For it is not contrary to the nature of a reasonable animal, and not contrary to the reason of our constitution. It is natural that these things should be done by such persons. It is a matter of necessity. If a man will not have it so, he will not allow the fig tree to have juice. But by all means bear this in mind, that within a very short time both thou and he will be dead, and soon you are whole. There is no need of anybody else to complete you. Will go aright, and fresh, and water all be... Hi there. The eye does not at all real.
a month in a household of 4 on food stamps. Just sitting back, existing, no work requirement whatsoever. That should never have been allowed. That's what I saw. I've seen one.
Refute what a lot of these dingbats are saying and stating, and the fact that they don't understand Jewish philosophy, I would say, is one of the reasons why they're so politically polarized.
Well, anytime you bring up Tanya, it's a beautiful thing. If you have a passage, I'm sure it'll help the entire room, especially Prophet Seneca.
Well, I was playing the Chinese flute to Prophet Seneca, and he said, I wish you could contribute something, but I was playing the flute. Music, politic, magic, rhetoric, all these words that end with a C, Islamic, they all deal with intelligence. So I can read some Tanya if you want.
Well, it's Prophet Seneca's room, so I want to be guided by him, although it is beautiful stuff. I just have to mention that for anybody in the room who might care, I had kosher Persian food 2 nights ago, and it was one of the most delicious experiences of my life. It wasn't cheap, by the way. It was on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. The place is called Eshel, Shetl, and it was just a gorgeous experience. Beautiful kosher Jewish Persian experience. It gave me hope, by the way. And while I was there, we were talking about the fact that even today there are many synagogues in Iran or Persia. So I have hopes of the region. I'm sorry to interject my culinary travels, but I do want to give it time.
Yeah, I had some Persian food at this place called Kebabi here in Chicago. Wow, ecstasy.
I agree with you on the ecstasy. I remember with some leftovers, huh?
Okay, this is interesting. This is what the commentary says. The only thing that is eternal is love. This love is the beloved and the lover. You are not to make any efforts in this relationship. When you are in front of your beloved, this beloved will not ask you to make any effort. This beloved will take care of you, and whatever she does, you will accept it. At that time, you will not think what is going on, because in love, there is no dialogue. In love, there is no dialogue, no question, no answer. Simply both are quiet. You are quiet, and your beloved is quiet. And something great is about to happen now. You have to wait. When you don't make any separation between the beloved and the lover, you have found the secret. That you have never been separated from anything. This is all you have to do. Did you get this secret?
Beautiful, John.
I'm verifying you are human. You have violated X's policy. Verify your email every single day. Three oh seven 804. What a lot of these dingbats are saying and stating, and the fact that they don't understand Jewish philosophy, I would say, is one of the reasons why they're so politically polarized.
Well, anytime you bring up Tanya, it's a beautiful thing. If you have a passage, I'm sure it'll help the entire room, especially Prophet Seneca.
Well, I was playing the Chinese flute to Prophet Seneca, and he said, I wish you could contribute something, but I was playing the flute. Music, politic, magic, rhetoric, all these words that end with a C, Islamic, they all deal with intelligence. So I can read some Tanya if you want.
Well, it's Prophet Seneca's room, so I want to be guided by him, although it is beautiful stuff. I just have to mention, go ahead and read it if you'd like. For anybody in the room who might care, I had kosher Persian food 2 nights ago, and it was one of the most delicious experiences of my life. It wasn't cheap, by the way. It was on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, a place called Eshel, Shel, and it was just a gorgeous experience. Beautiful kosher Jewish Persian experience. It gave me hope, by the way. And while I was there, we were talking about the fact that even today there are many synagogues in Iran or Persia. So I have hopes of the region. I'm sorry to interject my culinary travels, but I do want to give it time.
Yeah, I had some Persian food at this place called Kebabi here in Chicago. Wow, ecstasy.
I agree with you on the ecstasy. I remember with some leftovers, huh?
Okay, this is interesting. This is what the commentary says. The only thing that is eternal is love. This love is the beloved and the lover. You are not to make any efforts in this relationship. When you are in front of your beloved, this beloved will not ask you to make any effort. This beloved will take care of you, and whatever she does, you will accept it. At that time, you will not think what is going on, because in love, there is no dialogue. In love, there is no dialogue, no question, no answer. Simply both are quiet. You are quiet, and your beloved is quiet. And something great is about to happen now. You have to wait. When you don't make any separation between the beloved and the lover, you have found the secret. That you have never been separated from anything. This is all you have to do. Did you get this secret?
Beautiful, John. Alexander, I don't know, maybe you should come up. I mean, it's weird to say that the fact that a nation exists and has an identity is propaganda. It's an actual fact. But, you know, Prophet, over the course of this past, 40 minutes or so, I'm starting to take you seriously. I thought you were sort of semi-trolling. And I think the mention of the word pork is a bit haram, so it makes me a little uncomfortable. But again, it's your choice, and I know you have a point. But
Hello, mister.
Hi there. Would you like to sign my petition?
Constitution, read by candidate Congressman John Kitover. Each state shall appoint in such manner as the legislature thereof may direct a number of electors equal to the whole number of senators and representatives to which a state may be entitled in the Congress, but no senator or representative or person holding an office of trust or profit under the United States shall be appointed an elector. The electors shall meet in their respective states and vote by ballot for 2 persons, of whom one at least shall not be an inhabitant of the same state with themselves. And they shall make a list of all the persons voted for, and of the number of votes for each, which list they shall sign and certify, and transmit sealed to the seat of the government of the United States, directed to the President of the Senate. President of the Senate shall, in the presence of the Senate and House of Representatives, open all the certificates, and the votes shall then be counted. The person having the greatest number of votes shall be the President, if such number be a majority of the whole number of electors appointed, and if there be more than one who have such majority, and have an equal number of votes, then the House of Representatives shall immediately choose by ballot one of them for president. And if no person have a majority, then from the 5 highest on the list the said House shall in like manner choose the president. But in choosing the president, the vote shall be taken by states, the representation from each state having 1 vote. Quorum for this purpose shall consist of a member or members from 2/3 of the states, and a majority of all the states shall be necessary to a choice. In every case, after the choice of the president, the person having the greatest number of votes of the electors shall be the vice president. But if there should remain 2 or more who have equal votes, the Senate shall choose from them by ballot the vice president. The Congress may determine the time of choosing the electors and the day on which they shall give their votes, which day shall be the same throughout the United States. No person except a natural-born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to the office of president. Neither shall any person be eligible to that office who shall not have attained to the age of 35 years and been 14 years a resident within the United States. In case of the removal of the president from office or of his death, resignation, or inability to discharge the powers and duties. Constitution, read by candidate Congressman John Kitover. Each state shall appoint in such manner as the legislature thereof may direct a number of electors, equal to the whole number of senators and representatives to which the state may be entitled in the Congress, but no senator or representative or person holding an office of trust or profit under the United States shall be appointed an elector. The electors shall meet in their respective states and vote by ballot for two persons, of whom one at least shall not be an inhabitant of the same state with themselves. And they shall make a list of all the persons voted for, and of the number of votes for each, which list they shall sign and certify, and transmit sealed to the seat of the government of the United States, directed to the President of the Senate. President of the Senate shall, in the presence of the Senate and House of Representatives, open all the certificates, and the votes shall then be counted. The person having the greatest number of votes shall be the president, if such number be a majority of the whole number of electors appointed, and if there be more than one who have such majority, and have an equal number of votes, then the House of Representatives shall immediately choose by ballot one of them for president. And if no person have a majority, then from the five highest on the list the said House shall in like manner choose the president. But in choosing the president, the votes shall be taken by states. The representation from each state.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may...
Hi, this is
Please use Anna Schaefer.
Ephraim, Iran, welcome to my room. Raise your hand if you'd like to speak. Ephraim, my good friend.
Thank you for calling. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 847.
what's up, buddy?
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Getting in the shower.
You're what?
Good. About to take a shower.
Oh, I won't
What's going on,
keep you. Oh, I was just wondering if you wanted to join my meditation work with John Kitover, candidate Congressman, in my clubhouse.
I mean, I'm going to be in the shower for about 10 minutes, and then I got to go pick up my son here.
Yeah, just listen. No, play me while you're in the shower, and then we'll be doing the meditation work. But go to my room. It's under John. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Heather. This is my campaign coordinator in Rockford. Who is that? Is that Rich? Yep.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available.
Damn. That's my camp. That's who got me all the signatures in Rockford. So I have to go drive these petitions down to Springfield, and I'm gonna stop in Peoria outside of LaHood's office and shoot a bunch of videos and get more signatures down there. But the only problem about getting signatures is I have to get them notarized and binded or add them to the binding. And that's the challenge, is finding a notary on Monday morning in Springfield or in Peoria. It could be a challenge finding somebody to stamp these stupid petitions. And that's kind of what I'm worried about, whereas like I do a lot of work and then I can't even get a notary. That's what's like upsetting me, is like to do all that work and not get them notarized. It's a problem. This is my mom. Johnny!
No kidding. Hi, kiddo.
Hey mom, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm reading an article about a 6-year-old taking a gun to school and shooting the teacher, a 23-year-old teacher. Went through her hand and into her chest. And the bullet can't be removed, otherwise there would be more problems. You believe it?
Well, what's the good news?
Yeah. Good news is I went out on a beautiful sunny walk, and the city of Rio Rancho is brush hogging all the brush along the path, making it beautiful. There is a house being built on the corner of the street, and I'm good. I'm healthy. Are you healthy?
Healthy, happy, ready to go to Springfield.
Really? Oh.
You want to fly out? You want to fly out here this weekend and go to Springfield with me to drop off my petitions for Congress? Take some photos with me. Me and my mom depositing our petitions for Congress.
not a very photogenic person, as you already know. Might spoil your chances.
Well, we'll dress you up as Uncle Sam. We'll put a flag around you, get you a big torch and a Liberty hat. You'll go viral.
Make a fool out of me.
Well, they can't.
Doesn't sound like fun.
It is a lot of fun. You want to fly up here? Fly up here tomorrow, and we'll do the road trip.
Could I stay with you for a couple of days?
Yeah.
After that?
You'll have to. I mean.
To make it worth my while?
Yeah, you
I don't have
can.
anything on the front end of the calendar.
I'll send you the Airbnb link. You can book the reservation and leave me a review afterwards.
John is the greatest Airbnb host. He put me to work, and I cleaned everything and fixed everything and made it nice for you. Thank you, John, for putting me to work, spending your inheritance, and making this Airbnb great again.
Actually, I do have like a free Alaska. Let me see whose points they are. Does Alaska fly to you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Let me see what the tickets for. It's from that trip we made at Christmas.
I can check Google Flights real fast if you want.
It still has the points. Sounds like fun. Will you pick me up at the airport?
Yeah.
Because, I don't have the app to do whatever it is.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, leaving tomorrow.
The teacher ticket. Southwest
Oh my
voucher may
gosh.
be used between January 23 and 24. Maybe
It's expensive. Woo!
Airlines.
Oh, you could stay for my birthday, actually.
Oh, yeah. I could be there for your birthday. I was just thinking about that last night.
Oh man, that's a lot of time with you. Yikes.
Me?
I'd have to lock you
agree to
up.
be with me?
I'd have to lock you up downstairs to put some borderland boundaries between us.
Admit to yourself if you can handle it or not.
Oh, I can handle it because I could just, give you a set of keys. It's no problem.
Oh, man, I just saw that ticket thing. It's in here.
$908 round
Okay,
trip.
well, what's the price it's giving you from here to there?
It's a direct flight, nonstop, 2 hour, 52 minutes, $908 round trip, United Airlines.
900?
$900?
No way. What airlines are you looking at?
United Airlines round trip. It's $450 each.
Well, don't go with United.
Oh, it's
Go with
the cheapest.
Southwest.
It's the cheapest.
It is not.
November 1st.
There's nothing going on in the world right now that the price should be that high.
That's what it says. I mean, if you think about it, if you drove here and you drove back, that could be $1,500 in fuel, So it's always cheaper to fly.
Not really. I just filled my car up from empty for $36 a couple days ago.
Well, you only get 300 miles every fill up. Anyways, we don't need to do the cost comparison stuff because I don't work for the government anymore. I'm trying to work for the government again, actually. Yeah.
That little ticket that I had it on in my address book. Okay, well, I've got a couple of mirrors getting hung. They're on their way over here. While they're doing their thing, I'll look up what that little receipt is I have in my book, and then I'll get back to you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, good.
Okay, talk
All
to you
right. Everything else good? Did you settle out with your IRS job?
soon. No, they haven't emailed me back yet.
Really? They're just stringing you along. They're waiting for you to drop out.
No, they have to respond. I submitted everything and they accepted it all. Well, the government is supposedly shut down, but in my, they still processed my response during the shutdown. So all I can do is wait and see. And then I have a hearing with Illinois unemployment coming up November 4th, I think, on telephone. So if they don't show up, I might win by default, and that's like, 10 grand. So that'll be really nice.
Huh. Well, for that kind of money, don't you think they would show up?
If the government shut down, who the hell knows? They might not show up.
Oh, that's true. Because if people aren't getting paid, well, if it resumed and somebody didn't show up for that case, somebody would get fired for throwing that money down the tube.
I don't think you understand. The federal government shouldn't even show up at a state of Illinois unemployment hearing. Like, it's beyond them. They should just, unless it's personal, I don't think they're going to show up. They might get told to show up, but we'll find out, because they literally, it's got to be my manager and or her manager. If not, they have absolutely no context whatsoever. It's just some random person who's they have to present their evidence.
That's hopeful thinking. I want you to realize that is what you are doing. Is you are hoping for that out.
All I can say is it's like going to the casino. You place your bet. I did the work. If they show up, if the judge sides with me or the judge sides with them, in my experience, the judges generally side with the employees. That's my experience.
Yeah, but you've caused them so much grief. That's where a judge says, oh, there it is, I found it. Points on Southwest. All right, so I'll look that up while they're working on putting the mirrors in.
So,
and we're saying I come tomorrow or what?
Yeah, tomorrow, because then we will drive to Peoria, and you and I are going to get more signatures for the campaign.
When would I come home?
Next Sunday. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Wow, my mom's gonna help me get on that ballot. If she does, that would be amazing. Maybe my sister wants to go? Let's call sister up. Let's call sister up. USA. USA.
What up?
Yo.
Yo.
I just talked to Mom. She said she might fly in tomorrow and go to Springfield with me to drop off my petitions.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm 400 signatures short, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's possible that I can get the signatures this weekend in Peoria, which is right next to Springfield, and we'll see. We shall see.
Ooh. Did you tell her that?
Yeah, she knows.
So much grief.
When are you driving down there?
Saturday.
Okay. Oh man. Do you have people out there working signatures right now?
I'm trying.
Mm-hmm. How do you
Yeah.
feel about her coming to do that with you?
Oh my God, I have no one, Samantha. Like everybody that I can think of that I've already asked, like just having anybody to say, yes, I would love to help you is like, invaluable.
Aw, that's cool.
So, you know, um, uh, the signatures have to be in Monday by 5 p.m. and it's a little complicated because after you get a petition filled out, it has to be notarized, numbered, and put in the binder. It has to be professionally binded. So on Monday, if we get, 400 more signatures, Monday I have to get 40 petition sheets notarized, put into the binding, and then delivered. So,
You might want to make an appointment with your notary now.
oh, that's smart. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because it'd be hard to find one on Monday on the spot. And I would also, if you already have, your certain signatures, and maybe you can get them put into the format that you need now. So you only have so many to do at the end. You already know what format, to put it in.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't do administrative shit on Monday.
No, I'm organized and ready now. I'm ready to submit now. I didn't realize I was short until we looked at the numbers again. I thought I was at 700. The Democrats only have to get 700 plus signatures. The Republicans have to get 1555.
Oh wow.
So I'm short, and I'm like, oh my God, I could have got the numbers, 4 weeks ago.
Right.
So I'm upset about it, but yeah, it's not the end of the world because it's kind of ridiculous that Democrats only have to get 700. So I can make it an issue and just complain about it. But at least I have, John Kitover as a candidate, like branded. So for the next election, if I run here in Chicago, I can personally get the signatures and just do it all at the Jefferson Park Blue Line stop because it's a few blocks away. So, my chances of winning each time improve because you stop wasting so much time on such unnecessary things.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, eventually it just becomes, very automated when you run. But I'm just not at that level. I mean, I have the voter registration database of 600,000 voters in the district, but the data is like unusable. Like I can't extract the emails, I can't extract the phone numbers. There's things I can and cannot do. And friends who I thought could help me, they're only good for a text message back and forth saying, when do you want to go out? That's it. Anyways, what's new with you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I was just actually acknowledging it's your birthday soon.
Yeah, Mom said she'd stay for my birthday, so she might fly out that Sunday.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I have the perfect housing arrangement where she gets a set of keys, and I control the walls on my barriers and my boundaries on my little castle. But I think I can live with her if she has her little meditation bubble, and I have my meditation bubble.
It's definitely a practice every time.
Yeah. So how was grandmother's birthday?
It was okay. There was like a luncheon at a restaurant, and there was a lot of noise that was going on at that restaurant, like a whole bunch of just ridiculous things that were happening that made the party not go like super smooth. Most people didn't care, but like at the same time, it was kind of like a small party, but we were at like a really long table, like 12 of us. And then mom powered through like 3 cocktails in like an hour. She was fucking plastered. So we didn't continue, Farron, Mom, and I, to the second party, which was at the retreat where she lives at.
Mhm.
And then one night, Mom and I went over to Pat and Linda's hotel, and we had some drinks by the poolside over there. And then the next morning, I drove to Sherry, Terry, Tracy, and Carl's rental and hung out with them for a couple hours before I started driving home. And the drive home, honestly, without Mom was better in the sense that it wasn't any more like road trip time for me. Like I had planned out like activities for us to stop every, hour or so. Whereas like when I was by myself, I was just like, nope, I'm just driving home. Gas, P stops, and sleeping when I need to.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did it. For me, driving down to Mom's house, now that I've done it like 3 times, it's like 2 nights sleeping on the road, but like if you leave Wednesday, you'll be there Friday. If you leave Friday, you'll be there Sunday. Like, it's not so bad.
I hate driving personally. Like I dread even this 4 or 5 hour drive to Springfield and back. But my car is not. It shakes at 65 miles an hour, and I'm pretty sure it's the struts I have to replace. I did the brakes, I did the tires, but if Mom does fly here, I mean, I was thinking just taking it myself, like it's reliable enough, because it did make it to Peoria and back, but, yeah. But anyways,
I've gotten really good rental car prices on Toro instead of like a regular car rental, but people usually rent really old cars on there too for more like local driving.
I checked Toro. There was nothing like close by that I could find when I checked last time, but I'll probably do Hertz or Enterprise, and just get a.
And whose cell phone? Do you have T-Mobile by any chance?
Yeah.
Dude, T-Mobile has amazing deals through the app. Go to benefits, and like from there you click a link into like a car rental, hotel prices, really good discounts through T-Mobile.
Yeah, I don't use the T-Mobile app. I've always just never found any use for it, but
There kind of isn't, but they do have really good perks. I've used them.
So what else is new? What are you gonna do with your life now as, Samarin?
Yeah.
Are you meditating?
Not regularly like TM style, no. But other micro forms of it, yes. In fact, I'm doing it right now. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to answer that question. Like, I'm not really sure if anything changes. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with being Samarin, but, I do apply for jobs, hear back from nothing. I'm taking a class, 4-week class in November through December. We're going to spend the winter in Forks, doing winter fishing. So a lot of December, January, February, some of March will be here. And that's about as far as in advance I'm looking at.
Well, you don't have to go anywhere to get to paradise.
That's right. Just close your eyes.
Exactly.
I'm in paradise.
Paradise Now.
ParadiseNow.com.
I saw a guy once wearing a shirt and it said Nirvana on it. And I was like, "Sir, what does that t-shirt mean? What does Nirvana mean?" And he was like, "It means paradise, bro." And I was like, "Nirvana, Nirvana, 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 Nirvana." It's basically a mantra to, stop thinking. And then you can get back to paradise.
It's just hard to stay there sometimes in certain situations for certain people.
I know. That's why people like their bubbles. and they don't want outside emotional drama coming in. I read a good quote. It said, "You are the sky. Everything else is just the weather."
Ooh. That's a good one.
Isn't it? I was like, whoa. Whoa.
Did Dad acknowledge your card?
Yeah, he texted me.
Cool.
I sent him a text with Trump that said, "Thank you, Jordan."
Yeah, 79 years old.
Yeah, that might have been his 80th for a minute. And then I was like, oh no, maybe I really shouldn't have sent him a card. But I just sent him like some graphic design piece that I made.
I sent him a real card in the mail, but I haven't heard that he got it. Have you talked to Earl?
I texted him. He didn't text me back.
No? Might be rotting inside the house. No one's found him yet.
We should all be so lucky.
The what?
I told him once, I was like, do you realize all we're doing is preparing our tombs?
Does he realize how negative his outlook is, even though it's the truth?
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, well, at least he's got, daughters, and I mean, he created a lot of people.
Oh, Mom's calling me. She's probably calling to tell me about Chicago. You want me to take that?
Do the three-way.
I don't know if I can. Let's see. Hold on. Hello?
Hi, Pumpkin.
Hi, Big Pumpkin.
How's your face?
It's really good.
Oh, yeah? How long does it take for that swelling to come down?
I still wake up with a little bit of some puffy eyes, but every day it's like less and less and less and less.
Huh. And it looks good, huh?
Yeah, my skin looks very dewy and glowy.
I bet you that's what I've seen on some other women in pictures. How perfect they look. Beautiful. I got a call from John just now.
John's on the line right now. I was just talking to him. He called to tell me that you guys are you're going to Chicago tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's why I called you.
Okay.
Because I can use those points finally, but I need your help.
Okay.
If you have time. Now, the flights from Midway are far better. I can get a non-stopper for 2 hours and 40 minutes. And you can't get that at O'Hare. O'Hare's are 8 hours. You gotta go to Dallas or Denver.
That's because you're trying to use your Southwest points?
Yeah, I am gonna try and use those, but going to Midway, they're the only ones that have that nice 8:10 in the morning flight, and you get there at 11:50.
Okay.
Why is John calling you to tell you?
He's on the phone with us right now. He hasn't said hi yet. Yeah.
Perfect.
John?
Johnny's here.
Oh, God.
Oh, geez. John, you got any drugs when I get there?
No, we got to stay sober. We'll be dealing with the Illinois State Police as we make our way to Springfield to deposit the petitions.
Oh. So you heard that, John. There's an 8:10 in the morning arriving at 11:50 at Midway.
Yeah.
Is that doable for you?
Would it be possible to Uber or taxi from Midway to me?
She doesn't
have possible, but I don't know. I told you earlier I don't have that app.
Well,
yeah, she doesn't have the ability to call an Uber. She'd have to just do a taxi. But if you're ready to head down to Springfield, John, why don't you pick her up and you guys just keep going?
Well, that's the thing is,
You're heading south.
well, we're not going to Springfield. We're going to Peoria to spend the weekend there to get more signatures. So, we're not in any, time constraints. I'm just saying that if we were to do that, I'd have to get the rental car, and it's like, But I'm just saying, for me to get to Midway is a pain in the butt, and my car. I'm just saying. I'm just asking. I would rather pay for you to take a taxi to me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But how do I do that, you guys? How do you a real taxi?
Yeah, like just outside, regular taxi.
Do they still have them?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, airports still have regular taxis.
Oh, okay. I could do that, John. So, John, if I arrive at 11:50, I'd probably be to your door at your apartment at 12:30, somewhere between 12 and 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's no problem. And as soon as you get here, we'll put your stuff in the unit below, and you can relax for a minute, and then we'll go get a nice lunch at this place called Sweet Cafe here in Jefferson Park.
Huh. Okay. And then we head out from there on Saturday?
We can leave Friday or Saturday. If we leave Friday, we can get signatures there Friday night.
Yeah. I'll leave that up to you. Okay?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Sure, John.
Oh,
What's
this is.
the date you want me to go home?
I was thinking you could leave the next Sunday if you wanted to stay here for a whole week. It's up to
Yeah,
you.
I would like to stay a week. I could help you around there.
Oh
Or,
yeah.
I don't know. We could play.
Do you know how to pour epoxy?
Yeah, it's self-leveling. Where is it? On the basement floor?
Yeah, in the basement studio. You and I ripped all the carpeting out.
And there's cracks in the floor?
No, I mean it's pretty. It's you just see it. I can send you photos. It. You know.
Epoxy is. I thought you had like a crack or something. I can't epoxy a whole floor. I'd probably die inhaling the stuff. That's what your goal is, isn't it?
You want to become a permanent fixture in the floor?
Very clever. I see.
Yeah, I got this guy. I'm gonna send him some photos because I have to send an itemization to Airbnb by November 1st. So, anyways.
Well, we'll talk about that when I get there. I'll have to look and see what your thinking is on that.
Yeah, there's certain ways to think about it. I'm not sure, what the best way to do. There's so many variables, but
I'm full of ideas. You
Well,
got the right person.
if my
I love to
philosophy-
modify.
if it's not broke, don't fix it, and just go with the cheapest way to fix it and get it back.
You two.
Get it back on Airbnb as quick as possible.
All right, Samantha, can you make that trip happen with my points?
We're gonna have to get you logged into Southwest. So, do you happen to know your password to the website? Do you have it written down?
But of course. Let me What are you doing?
I'm not really sure you have points. That's the first thing for us to
I
check.
do. I'm looking at them. I got 19,192.
Where do you see that? On an email?
I got it on a piece of paper. All right, so I see. Oh, I've got cookbook and Swim Girl 1.
Swim Girl 1. Okay, I need to go grab my computer, and let me try all this, and then Mom, I'll call you back.
Okay, and I have the tracking number and the certified code. I got all of it.
What is your return date? The 6th? Tomorrow to the 6th?
No, stay till like the 8th. Just that Sunday, maybe.
The next Sunday, Sam.
Okay.
Okay, I'm a non-stopper.
Of course. You're going to have to go back, take a taxi back down to Midway.
Oh no,
obviously,
I can
drive.
I can drive her back there. That's no problem. If we checked United, it was $900 round trip, so $450.
I also don't think 19,000 is going to be enough for a round tripper. But let me look and see.
Okay.
All right, you guys. All right.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
This is the John Kitover Podcast. I'm putting my mom to work on the campaign trail. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your mother. I changed that from you can't pick your relatives. Fix up your contacts. Get rid of duplicates to keep your contacts useful. No thanks. Okay, this is meditation work with John Kitover, Canada Congressman.
I agree with you when it comes to like going to doctors to asking about things, but what is the last time any of your primary care doctors talked about parasites to you? If you ask your doctor, can we test for parasite? The answer is why? If you go to CDC website says 60 to 70 million Americans have parasites and they don't know. It's on CDC's website that 60 billion out of 300, that's what, 20%, 30%? That minimum 60 million Americans have parasites and we don't know. I have never seen a single person. I'll wait here for you to bring me one person that their doctor said, let's check or let's treat you for parasites. They don't test for parasites. They don't treat parasites. If you ask your doctor, they're going to question you why you want it. That's what I did. I even said earlier, when I saw in these groups, I was so skeptical.
Happiness is our natural state.
I thought these people are crazy.
Happiness is the natural state of little children,
be tested. And I told
to
her
whom
why.
the kingdom belongs until they have been polluted and contaminated by the stupidity of clubhouse society and culture. To acquire happiness, you don't have to do anything, because happiness cannot be acquired. Does anybody know why? Because we have it already. How can you acquire what you already have? Then why don't you experience it? Because you've got to drop something. You've got to drop illusions. You don't have to add anything in order to be happy. You've got to drop something. Life is easy. Life is delightful. It's only hard on your illusions, your ambitions, your greed, your cravings. Do you know where these things come from? From having identified with all kinds of labels. Whoever realizes that the six senses aren't real, that the five aggregates are fictions, that no such thing can be located anywhere in the body, understands the language of Buddhas. Like a magician's illusions, dreams and a moon reflected in water, all beings and their environments are empty of inherent existence, though not solidly existent. All these appear like water bubbles coming forth in water. Presently, you think you are mixed up with the mind and are trying to disentangle yourself from the turmoil of thoughts. But both the mind and the one trying to disentangle itself share the same unreality. Both are imagined inside the unchanging. What perceives this
is the real. The description is not the described. Is not the described.
Less and less and less and less.
And it looks good, huh?
Yeah, my skin looks very dewy and glowy.
I bet you that's what I've seen on some other women in pictures. How perfect they look. Beautiful. I got a call from John just now.
John's on the line right now. I was just talking to him. He called to tell me that you guys are you're going to Chicago tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's why I called you.
Okay.
Because I can use those points finally, but I need your help.
Okay.
If you have time. Now, the flights from Midway are far better. I can get a non-stopper for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
To like a car rental, hotel prices, really.
Them so much grief.
We have some good Kitover content here.
Teacher.
Content for like months. This nigga's 60. Like, you know how much shit you can do in 60 years? I got all of it. So now these niggas was sitting on the While these niggas was on the app fake doxing me,
Janet, let me finish.
I stepped off the app for a day and I started real doxing.
We only have access to the information
So
that
now
we
it's
are
just like,
either
whatever.
given or seek out, right? That is true.
Ariota went from saying he was going to dox me to he...
The homie, who did the homie defeat? They defeated the people of Wida, right?
I want to teach this in the schools over there.
You said what?
They don't teach this in the schools over there. It's something about...
Yes, they do. What are you talking about?
I went to
Who told you
secondary
that?
school. I went to secondary school.
They don't teach.
We can say whatever we want about America and its ego and what we do and how we maintain and keep power. But when we fall, everybody else falls, and it's going to be an ugly situation because then somebody's going to also jostle superpower. Yeah, so don't. You know, I was going to do it this weekend, but I couldn't because it was storming outside the whole weekend. Yeah, man. Yeah, this man is full of shit, man. Yeah, we hear you, man. We hear you, man. We heard you.
God, you are keeping God's law. Period. That's it. That's so no, they're not teaching that at all. Let me give you a clean no, bro.
Crying loud and sparing not. I understand that now, and that's only from me now. You know, having positive interactions with you guys. So that's just my stance, bro.
Yes, sir. And on top of that, what that, Luke 14:23.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, out into the highways and hedges, and come.
There's not the... And the lover. You have found the secret that you have never been separated from anything. This is all you have to do. Did you get this secret? Honor everything. Let everything be exactly the way it is. Honor all and leave all alone. Let pain persist. Allow rage to roar, tension to taunt, and anxiety to annihilate. If you can do this, all the illusory guards blocking God will die. What will be left, my friend, is the fearless state. The end of the fear of love. This absolute intimacy of pure experiencing is what we call love. It is the absence of distance, separation, or otherness.
How much credibility can you give Jesus Christ?
There is no room for two there. Love is the experience of pure non-duality.
Addressing this parasite. We have 60 million people chronically ill with common parasites, and we hide it. They posted it, they hide it themselves.
That's just one. That's just one parasite. Can you share it in the chat?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna post the link. I have the screenshot.
Did somebody say parasite?
Yes, Dr. John. How can we help you?
Well, don't forget the host, because it takes a host to have a parasite.
Signatures.
I thought we had enough, and after organizing it and getting everything notarized and counted and numbered, and then, publishing that, I was notified that, the real number is 1555. We have 1170. And so, Roger Mayhem and his research as a campaign manager and other people were looking at the Democrat number, which is only 700. So we made a fatal flaw and an error in this campaign. We are short because we could have gotten to 1555 just 3 weeks ago. I had people on the ground that were crushing it. And unfortunately, we are now short. However, my mom is flying here tomorrow, and we're driving to Peoria, which is next to Springfield, Illinois, and we will hopefully get 400 more, and I'm going to schedule a notary for Monday morning, get them notarized, put them in the back of the binding, number them, and submit by 5 p.m. Monday. So we are close. We are very close. And I think this weekend, getting 400 signatures, and then now my Rockford circulator is texting me. So it's all just logistics at this point to submit, but we're very close to meeting the requirements and challenging Darren LaHood. Hi, Marshall. Great cheetah jacket there, sir.
I love you. I'm going to let Edmund elevate the room now. John, give us some poetry, please. 60 seconds. That's all you get. 60 seconds.
Okay, this comes from love. The only thing that is eternal is love. This love is the beloved and the lover. You are not to make any efforts in this relationship. When you are in front of your beloved, this beloved will not ask you to make any effort. This beloved will take care of you, and whatever she does, you will accept it. At that time, you will not think what is going on, because in love, there is no dialogue. In love, there is no dialogue, no question, no answer. Simply both are quiet. You are quiet, and your beloved is quiet. And something great is about to happen now. You have to wait. When you don't make any separation between the beloved and the lover, you have found the secret that you have never been separated from anything. This is all you have to do. Did you get this secret?
Thank you, Mr. Kitover. Is that the right one, Liberty?
Is what the right one? Yeah, it's the one from Cat Liberty.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, this is where I think that different people have a different like schema of the world. You know, like I have a sincerely held belief that the federal agencies oriented around public health actually want people to be healthy. I do. I genuinely believe that. I don't think that they're hiding things from us. I think that there's some institutional biases related to, you know, corporate funding, blah blah blah. But like that's just me. That's just my personal opinion, is that the agencies in the government around public health are trying to do what's best for us. Not that they always succeed, but that it is a data-driven process.
Do you think I disagree with that?
I don't necessarily. I think that this is more directed at the professor, just because there was sort of a claim levied that the CDC was hiding this, or that like didn't want us to see it, or you know. So I think that it's probably true that, you know, a good up to 40% of the population either has or has been exposed to Toxoplasma gondii, you know, or and hasn't experienced toxoplasmosis, because it's like the parasite. If you have cats, like you're just exposed to it all the time, you know.
Right.
Like, and I just think that the claim by the sort of powers that be in the health community is that, yeah, you can have this bug and you can have it in you, and your body will probably just eliminate it, kill it, or it's not going to cause you serious issues. Like, this is the same thing with like mold or Pseudomonas bacteria, where it's even you know, like I think it's something like a quarter of people have Clostridium difficile in their nose, you know, and so it's just a matter of or even methicillin-resistant Staph aureus, like all of these things.
What about the fungus known as Democratic coccus?
We're surrounded by bugs all the time that our immune system is trying to handle, and so I guess I just wonder, like, why would this one be special? Like I could be convinced why we should all care about Toxoplasma, and like I could be convinced that we should all be taking some sort of antiparasitic medicine, so that.
But how do you feel right now?
But we probably
If the patient doesn't feel sick, you can't treat him for anything.
Well, let me just put Mr. Kitover back in the audience.
But we probably also have to get rid of all our cats, you know. So I don't know. I guess I don't know what the take-home message
Cat
is supposed to be.
virus!
Am I supposed to walk away from this conversation being like, wow, the CDC is trying to hide the fact that we all have parasites? Or am I supposed to walk away from this going like, okay, yeah, I mean, we're all exposed to stuff all the time, and if you have a good immune system, you should be fine.
I think for me, the takeaway would be if they got pushback for putting it up and they took it down, and I agree with you, I think it's relatively something that, you know, our bodies are meant to defend. It's not that big a deal. But if they're doing that on things that aren't that big a deal, are they doing that on things that are a bigger deal?
But if it was a bigger deal, wouldn't they be? To me, like when I'm reading this article, I'm just, if they got, I don't know specifically the nature of the pushback that they got, but I could be not surprised if it was like, yo, people don't understand that this parasite is probably mostly harmless for most people, and people are going to get really freaked out. So like, you find a different way to word it, you know? Like, that isn't necessarily misrepresenting the truth. I think sometimes you have to acknowledge the fact that the general population can make really stupid decisions sometimes.
Cat parasite.
I do. I genuinely believe that. I don't think that they're hiding hiding things from us. I think that there's some institutional biases related to,
Let me give you guys an example.
corporate funding, blah blah blah. But
When I
like,
was in my
that's just me. That's just my
20s
personal
or
opinion.
30s,
Is that the
Oh,
agencies in the
geez.
government around
Special
public health are
for whatever
trying
reason,
to do its best for
they
us.
thought
Not
I
that they
had
always
lupus, they thought I had
succeed,
this, they
but
thought
that
I
it
had
is
that.
a
And so I
data-driven
went
more
3.5
process.
hours to go see
With
Do you think I disagree with
at
that?
the university, and
I
he was
don't
condescending
necessarily. I think
and
that this is
dismissed
more
me.
directed at
So I got
the
home,
professor, just
and
just because
3
there was
days
sort
went
of a
by,
claim
and it's
levied that
Friday
the
afternoon.
CDC was hiding
And
this,
his office
or
calls me,
that like didn't want us to
and
see
she said,
it,
"We
or
need you to come in
you know.
and take a
So
blood
I
test."
I think that it's
And I'm like,
probably
I'm
true
3.5
that
hours away. I can't
you know,
do that.
a good
And she said, "Well,
up to 40% of the population either has or has been
she said, "You
exposed
have
to Toxoplasma gondii,
Okay.
you know,
So,
or
I'm
it
like,
hasn't experienced
what?
toxoplasmosis
You have
because it's like
syphilis. So we need to.
the parasite. If you have cats, like you're just exposed to it all the time, you know.
I
Like,
was just like,
and I just think that
this was like a year or two before
the
internet
claim
came.
by the
So I
sort
got in my
of
car and I
powers
drove
that
40
be in the
minutes
health
into
community
town
is
to a
that
bookstore.
yeah,
And
you
I
can
bought
have
enough
this bug
cannula.
and you can have it in
And
you,
took
and
it
your
home
body
and
will
just
probably just
studied it.
eliminate
And I
it, kill
found
it,
out
or
that
it's not going to cause you serious issues. Like this is the same thing with like
10% of
mold
women who
or
have lupus or another
Pseudomonas bacteria, where it's
disease
even
test
C.
positive.
You know, like I think it's something like a quarter of people have Clostridium difficile in their nose. You know, and so it's just a matter of
I was furious.
or even methicillin-resistant Staph aureus, like all of these
what happened.
things.
What about the fungus known as democratic
On behalf of the medical
We're surrounded by bugs all the time that our immune system is trying to handle. And so I guess I just wonder, like, why would this one be special? Like I could be convinced. I could be convinced why we should all care about toxoplasma and like we should. I could be convinced that we should all be taking some sort of antiparasitic medicines.
But how do you feel right now?
But we probably
If the patient doesn't feel sick, you can't treat him for anything.
Let me just put Mr. Kitover back in the audience.
But we probably also have to get rid of all our. I do. I genuinely believe that. I think less and less and less and less.
And it looks good, huh?
Yeah, my skin looks very dewy and glowy.
I betcha.
Serendipity back to Candace. I agree that people should ask questions, and I don't have any problem with her. I'm worried about her mental health, but I don't know. Like, part of me thinks it's mental health. I think it could be postpartum psychosis, which would trigger a bipolar episode.
I don't know. Don't you think she's got too much together?
What's going on? Not necessarily. I mean, people when they're manic, they can fool you for a long time. So not necessarily, but the way that she's been like, every single day she accuses somebody different. And like so much of the stuff that she says like makes no sense, like delusional actually. But there's another part of me that thinks maybe she's just so hurt and felt like she was left out, and she's lashing out. So like I've been like following her really close because like I have concern for her. I'm praying for her, But at the same time, like, I know that she's hurting Erica, and I know she's hurting, people by, like, blaming them, because she's blamed everybody, Trump, Israel, Erica, I mean, half, all of his friends. I mean, she's blamed everybody. And so I would be more open to, like, listening to her ideas had she stuck to one narrative, but it just changes from day to day. So I'm actually really concerned about her.
What did she say?
Did you hear about the bees? That story about the bees?
No.
Okay, so she said that she was looking for a Catholic school to send her two kids to. They're 4 and 5, and she was like, went to the school and was trying to ask questions, and they wouldn't answer her questions and looked at her like she was crazy. So she went home and she started, like, researching the school and the faculty, and she was trying to find out what their hiring process was. Well, then she looked at the friends of the faculty, and one of the faculty members, I guess maybe whoever was going to be her kid's teacher, she looked at who they were associated with. One of her friends was very, very involved in beekeeping, okay? And so she kind of clicked her and found out that she was connected to all these beekeepers, and they were talking about bees, right? And she said that on the beehive, there was a Polish underground demonic symbol on the beehive. And she thought that was really weird. And so, but then she found out that Utah, which is where Charlie was killed, bees are the, I guess, state bug or state insect. And so she connected the two and said, this is too weird. Like, these people that are involved in this beekeeping, this is scary, this is demonic, and now I see the connection and they're connected. I mean, it just completely, like, delusional. Like, there's no way that that's not delusional. And usually with delusions, there's some truth to something, but your brain just, blows it up. It's not anything that she'd be able to help. I really don't think she would make that up, like, to grift. I don't think she would make that up. So I'm leaning more towards there's something wrong, but I don't know.
Okay. You could be right. Like I said,
Thank you.
Initially I thought for sure there was something mental going on with her. And
yeah. I was just gonna say they have beehives on their state route signs and stuff in Utah. Like all their street, like their highways and stuff have beehives, like the numbers in a beehive.
And have y'all ever met anybody that like actually professionally does beekeeping too? They are kind of a strange cultish little clique.
True.
Just bee mom in here.
I mean, I've met some like serious major, like, they provide a lot of honey to retailers and stuff. They are a very strange little subset of farmer.
I mentioned in the chat earlier that I saw a thing online about Charlie Kirk's wife getting some kind of big donation from a shell corporation right before Charlie Kirk died. And I was like, immediately when I saw it, I was like, this looks like some bullshit to me. Like, red flag immediately went up. And I guess, like, the thing that I was curious about was because it said that Jasmine Crockett, I think that's her, the Jasmine Congresswoman from Georgia, I think she's from Georgia. Supposedly she was calling for a federal investigation into this lump sum money that was paid or whatever. And I was like, I feel like if a congressperson was calling for a federal investigation into Charlie Kirk's wife, I would have heard about this, because that would be an insane thing to do as a politician in this climate. So I just snopes it. And it was like total foreign national propaganda that was like paid for and advertised to be propagated on Facebook. Like, that shit is so creepy to me. Anytime that like I realize like, wow, I literally came across foreign like psyop propaganda, like it creeps me out so bad. So yeah, it is not true. It is totally made up. I guess there was like multiple versions of it going around, like somewhere Eminem was calling for in a federal investigation, and like, and then there was like subsequent posts by other pages. It was like a huge coordinated false news effort where it was like, you know, there was like articles posted later about like the MAGA community is raging about these new allegations about Charlie Kirk's wife, blah, blah, blah. Like, ugh, I hate living in like this like weird post-truth society that we live in. It's gross.
Sorry guys, I was on the phone. I just want to know, I don't know if you guys talked about the parasite thing.
At first glance,
You said blood work. Blood works don't test for parasites. You need to have a stool test. And just think about it. What's the last time any doctor has done a stool test? They don't do it in America.
Well, it depends on your issue, but not as part of your regular physical.
Yeah, but if 10% of America has parasites, just one type of parasites, you would think, chronic parasites, you would think it's going to be part of our blood test, right? 10%, 12, 14% is a lot of people.
They do it on dogs.
It's
Why not us?
well, yeah, that exactly. They do it on dogs because they have parasites, but they teach us in school. They taught me at University of California, Irvine.
This is all you have to do.
That's the same thing as UCLA, just in Irvine. They taught me we don't have parasites in America. I want my money back. Somebody else. Why did they teach me?
Thank you, Mr.
I believed it. I learned this year. I learned it that we have so much parasites in America.
What will be last?
So I asked my doctor, this is a while ago, because I was concerned that I had some, you know, because if you have animals, if you run barefoot outside, if you live in a community that has lots of animals, if you live in communities that have lots of wildlife, if you eat food that could be contaminated, that you don't know, you know, any kind of restaurant, things like that. So I have a lot of possibilities of some kind of thing. I haven't traveled outside the country, so was really not that concerned and not exhibiting many symptoms. However, I said when I started looking at doing like gut cleanses and parasite cleanses and stuff like that, I wanted to know all the nitty gritty. So I started doing research on what kind of parasites a person can have, and there's like, you know, whipworm and all the worms, and it was really disturbing. But it was also like, you know, pinworms. I think I had like almost all the kids when I was a kid. All the kids were treated for pinworms, and there's stuff you can get on the Amazon. So I asked my doctor. I was like, listen, there's all this stuff, all this information. There's all kinds of parasites that could be possibly had. Is there like a one-stop shop for all, like a cleanse for all of the parasites? And they stated no, that there's certain antibiotics that attack certain ones. Yes, you can get like a certain medication that makes them paralyzed if you have them. Then they give you some stuff that paralyzes the worms, and then they actually follow up with it too. Then 6 weeks later, you have to take some more so that it kills like the eggs and things like that. And there's just like I think it's they don't really, unless you exhibit symptoms. There are so many different kinds of poisons to ingest to treat specific kind of parasites. So say that you're having symptoms, they have to do more of a thorough testing, not just one stool sample, but they have several stool samples, and for each kind of parasite, because there's certain things that are given and specific medications that are given for each parasite. So it's more complicated than just a one-stop shop. And there's, of course, natural remedies like wormwood and walnut husk, whatever. That's just a lot of stuff. You can get it all anywhere. So a lot of people have, or what is it, oregano pills. A lot of people do that with that. So I think that's why there's not a one stop, like this is what you do for all parasites, because it just depends on what it is, how it was ingested, what symptoms you're exhibiting, what all this stuff, you know what I mean? So so I think that's why it's a more, it's like
Kristen, they do stool tests as a routine, as an annual routine. They do multiple stool tests in other countries. It's America that doesn't do it. We know one type of parasite. CDC says 80 million of them have it, right?
Yeah.
They can test for that one type of parasite to begin with. So you're justifying for it. No, it's that, not that. It's just they don't care for parasites. They don't care. They literally don't care.
I just feel like
Why they don't care? Because it's a cheap treatment. So people don't like to hear this, but they always say follow the money.
What is the cheap treatment?
Treating parasites is a very treatment. No one cares about treating parasites, addressing parasites.
When I did the research and I talked to the people, it's not though. It's not just only cheap, but there's several different kinds of treatments. So I understand how, I don't know why that information was given to you, because it's not true.
It's given to me in my education when I took advanced parasitology courses. They taught me all this. It's a very cheap treatment, and that's why we don't care about treating a lot of these parasites like malaria in Africa. And then it's cheap. It's not going to bring money in. They don't care about it. That's what they taught me in school. So that's where I got my information. And yes, it is a cheap. It's a round of anti-parasitic medication. A stool test is a $50 to $100. That's the cost. It's not like a blood that costs like $600, $700, $800. So the stool test is very cheap. And then when you treat parasites, yes, you are correct. Not one anti-parasitic medication get rid of all parasites, but anti-parasitic medication, cheap medicines. Ivermectin is one of them. The rest of them, same price as ivermectin. These are cheap medicine.
This is all just playing right into why. I feel like this is all playing so well into Mike's point he made earlier. Like, I just think it's like I don't understand. Like, if I said 33% of Americans have Staph aureus on their body, why are we not testing people for Staph aureus? Why are we not testing? Well, it's because the treatment for Staph aureus is pretty cheap, and so they don't want to. They want us to be sick. That's why they're not testing us. Like, do you see how easy it is to just like fall into that rhetorical trap?
I mean,
it's not a trap if 70% of Americans, they have chronic illnesses. I mean, you can say it's a conspiracy, it's a trap, but we're not a healthy nation. Well, I consider myself healthy. I eat healthy. I only eat organic. I don't eat processed food. And I still have chronic illnesses, and they started in my 30s. So we're not a healthy nation. So something is wrong about our food, about our medicine, about our healthcare system. When 70-80% of people are sick, Liberty, if you had an education in this field, they would teach you that in school. If people are sick, something is wrong. It's simple as that. So there's no trap. This is no conspiracy. We're not healthy people. Majority of Americans, they have multiple health problems.
I have to drive to Springfield Monday morning.
This is Joe. I just want to say something. I think you got to get into the politics of medicine here. Now, we have universal health care now, and when you look at it from the perspective of a pharmaceutical agent, a hospital, they're there to make money. They're not there to give you natural treatments that they're not going to make any money off and have all their beds empty. So what I'm hearing is that it is profitable to allow the people to be sick, because since they're guaranteed the income for the treatment, which is much more expensive than that person going to a health food store and buying the $15 version of the antibiotic, which is a natural herb, they're going to make $150, $200, $1,000 off that patient. They're going to make more money off the patient by getting them into the Western model of medicine, billing their insurance and checking all the boxes that the insurance company wants them to do. And that is apparently what was happening now. That's my belief, is that that's what's happening now. Western medicine does not have your health in mind. They do want insurance, and they do want a repeat customer. Customer cured is a customer lost, or patient cured is a customer lost. So anyway,
That is
that's
just
what
that is a worldview I do not ascribe to. I think if there were a pill that we could take that would solve chronic illness forever, I think absolutely there is a company that would jump at the chance to be the ones to create that medicine, and they would do it, and they would sell it, they would give it to every person in the world, they would make $1 million bajillion dollars, and they would retire, and then they would be happy. That's just the nature of capitalism. I understand that there are institutions, but the institutions, capitalism is composed of pieces of separate companies that all have separate interests, that they all want to beat each other. So if you think Pfizer would not jump at the chance to have an instantly be able to cure cancer, I will concede that it would have to be patentable, otherwise they wouldn't do it. They would do it. They would do it, and they'd make a ton of money. So I don't know. To me, I do have an education in this area.
Okay, everybody, this is candidate John Kitover. Go to johnforcongress.com. Thanks for being here.